Welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to say and. So when you're starting a sentence and you want to add additional information to something that you previously said, use 그리고, 그리고. Here are some examples. 제가 아주 똑똑해요. I am very smart. 그리고 예뻐요. And I'm pretty. 저는 한국어 책을 사고 싶어요. I want to buy a Korean book. 그리고 한국어를 배우고 싶어요. And I want to learn Korean. 저는 한국 사람이에요. I am Korean. 그리고 영어도 잘해요. And I speak English well. Alternatively, to say and in the middle of a sentence and thereby continue the sentence, use the verb ending 고. To do that, take a verb stem and attach 고. So here are some examples. 제가 아주 똑똑하고 예뻐요. I am very smart and pretty. 저는 한국어 책을 사고 한국어를 배우고 싶어요. I want to buy a Korean book and learn Korean. Notice here that it's 사고, not 사고 싶고. Now, using 사고 싶고 is grammatically correct, but it's only necessary to use the 고 싶다 form once at the end of a sentence, even if you want to do more than one verb. So here, 한국어 책을 사고 한국어를 배우고 싶어요. This means you want to buy a Korean book and you want to learn Korean. And finally, 저는 한국 사람이고 영어도 잘해요. I am Korean and I speak English well. Notice that to be, 이다, will become 이고 after a consonant or just 고 after a vowel. Some notes about the verb ending 고. Whenever this is used with an action verb, what it actually means is that you are doing the first action verb, 고, and then doing the next action verb that comes after it. So you can think of this as translating as either just and or even and then. So take this sentence for example. 저는 피자를 먹어요. And 저는 집에 가요. We can combine them to get 저는 피자를 먹고 집에 가요. I eat pizza and then go home. But again, only when it's used with action verbs can it have that translation of and then. But that's only when you're connecting verbs. When you want to connect nouns together, you'll use either 과 or 와 with the noun. So to do that, you'll attach 과 if the noun ends in a consonant, or you'll attach 와 if the noun ends with a vowel. So here are some examples of that. 한국과 미국에 갈 수 있어요. I can go to Korea and America. 저는 피자와 샐러드를 먹고 싶어요. I want to eat pizza and salad. So let's do a conversation practice using all of what we've been learning today in this lesson. This is between two people, Seungwon and Jiyeon. First, Seungwon says, 저는 돈을 많이 벌고 차를 사고 싶어요. I want to earn a lot of money and then I want to buy a car. So I want to earn a lot of money and buy a car. To which Jiyeon replies, 저는 차와 배를 갖고 싶어요. I want to have a car and a boat. And then Seungwon says, 그리고 바닷가에 가고 싶어요. And I want to go to the beach. And finally, Jiyeon replies, 저도 가고 싶어요. I want to go too.
저는 돈을 많이 벌고 차를 사고 싶어요.
저는 차와 배를 갖고 싶어요.
그리고 바닷가에 가고 싶어요.
저도 가고 싶어요.
Note that both 과 and 와 are actually polite particles, and they wouldn't be what you would normally use when speaking with your close friends who are the same age as you or younger. We'll learn how to say and to connect nouns with your close friends in a later lesson. Also, although kwa and wa can translate as and, they can also translate as with, such as in this example. 스테이크와 감자, steak and potatoes, or steak with potatoes. And we'll learn about this usage more in a later lesson. So in this lesson, we learned several ways to say and at the very beginning of a sentence, connecting verbs together, and even connecting nouns together. So make sure to practice all three of these uses, and I'll see you again in the next lesson. 그럼 다음에 또 봐!